Hi guys, welcome back to the second matchup of the day between Aether and Esports and State Bank of Overwatch. So I'm your caster Dax. Joining me is John Galt. What's up, John?
It looks. Phew.
Good
This
morning,
looks
my
like
friend.
this really look like it's gonna be an exciting game. I think it's gonna be quite tight. Looking at both teams, Aether Esports and State Bank Overwatch. For State Bank Overwatch, and Mr. Wrong is going to be Mr. Wrong is going to have to be Mr. Right for this one if he wants to win this game. Uh,
Sorry, man. That's bugging out right now.
just gotta check a little. Should this be Numbani right now? The first map
I
should
think
be
it's
Numbani.
Nepal, dude.
Oh, it's a Numbani? Okay.
Yeah, Nepal. Nambani's the last one.
Maybe some misunderstanding there then. Okay, so it's going to be Nepal for first map. So seems like both teams are going to be playing a dive com. No, but I spot out a Reinhardt for Aether Esports. Are they going to stick to the Reinhardt? They still have 18 more seconds, so maybe they'll switch last second. What do you think, Dax?
They're probably gonna switch to nothing from the Torbjorn.
Torbjorn hasn't been run in this competition, so maybe they want to start something fresh in Nepal.
Yeah, so let's go here in Sanctum right now. So Aether is gonna run the Orisa Roadhog as you were saying. Of course, they have the Junkrat. You always can't go wrong with the Junkrat pick here on Sanctum. On the other hand, a McCree for State Bank this time. And looks like they're running a Winston Zarya. It's a pretty rare combination nowadays to actually see. You bubble up the Winston, he tries to do some shocking damage. But beyond that, it's not that effective.
It looks like Winston will have to pop bubble early, so they don't have any more bubble, and they would not want to engage this one. So they're going to rotate straight to point and maybe force the enemy team to actually need to contest the point and maybe set up for another dive. He probably has his bubble now, so he's probably ready for whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. Oh, there's the hook though onto Jesse, but the bubble is there. Oh, good healing coming in from his team. Offensive C is trying to heal up with the Lucio right now. Busy now with the kill there onto Mr. Wrong. Looks like the Winston was in the wrong place at the wrong time in that engagement. I need healing, doing some damage and healing at the same time with the Coalescence. We do see right now, Aether is stuck in the corner. There's a Riptire as well. Boom goes Offensive C. And we do see a hold here so far for Aether.
I would say that Aether definitely made a massive mistake because they let State Bank took the point first. So even though they were in control of the fight the whole way, they had to give up 30% for free. That was a very, very, very cheap 30%, which they could have avoided doing by, just by clearly rotating the point first. So two picks coming out rapidly in conjunction. Mr. Wrong still in the wrong, and of course Jesse going down too.
Yeah, so we do see Aether now setting up. If Aether actually got that first capture, they'd be in such a good situation right now. But in the meantime, Aether is catching up, really playing offensively here with the Orisa. On the other hand, on State Bank side, they are backing 3 ultimates.
So they're gonna look to push through the little choke point over here, but they're finding so much shot. But they get the hooks a bit. Oh, but the double pick, the trade of offensive VC, and Mr. Wrong goes down once more.
Shaft getting to there with the concussive mine. There's a post-bomb of desperation from Jesse. Even gets Cesario. So that's an okay pick actually. Orisa takes way too long to get back unless we do see Offensive C fetch his Orisa. Oh, Gardon rather to fetch his Orisa.
So what do you think, Dax? What do you think they can do right here? Like what can State Bank do right here? How can they push into a point? What are they doing wrong?
Mr. Wrong is on the Reinhardt and Ursura is on the Rogue. Really different combination once again for State Bank. Maybe they have to figure out what type identity they want. Evil Tooth might want to switch as well. Cesario barriers are doing so much work. The McCree can't get any good shots. It's up to I Need Healing to actually do the damage with the Coalescence. And speaking of Coalescence, he does unleash it. Both beams are being used by both teams right now.
One of the things I think that Aether could do better is to speed boost into the point. They always goes out the point, but they don't go into the point. So it's a very, very slow moving game now. Anyway, Tactical Vice is being used right now by Zivrace, but gets nothing because there's so much show and so many tanks on the point. But Shaft once again with the pick, and though he gets traded out by Mr. Wrong.
No kills as of the moment till Shaft gets that Riptire. Mr. Wrong is there to spot out the immobile Juggernaut. There's an Earthshire now on Xavier. He's still alive though, just takes a quick little nap. Really good hold there from Cesario, dragging Mr. Wrong into the pit of doom right there. There's a Hulhog now coming in from Viz Gardon with a sound barrier on the floor. Jesse now being booped to the end. Offensive, he gets hooked up Oh, gets melee to that. There's a McCree ult from the side. Evil Tooth gets a shot there onto guard on Asura is contesting there. There's a supercharger as well. Evil Tooth a little too far. Oh, he falls down.
It looks like the 31% was just an appetizer where Aether said, you know what, I think we can win this. You can have this 31% and we'll make you happy and then we will pummel you into the ground. So I think what State Bank definitely can, like I said, they should be using the speed boost more efficiently. They're not using the speed boost, they're using the speed boost to get out from their spawn, but they're not using it to accelerate to the point. They're just moving out of their choke, moving out of that mega pack room, and then they just stand there watching a Junkrat, shoot bombs at them. So that's something they need to change. If you want to use a Lucio, you want to play a ride, you need to move the point as fast as possible, because if you're just standing there taking poke damage, a Junkrat wins every single time.
You never want to trade against a Junkrat, as John does say. Lucian is there for AoE healing and speed, so stick together, get to the point, win the game. In the meantime though, looks like Aether is running a Reaper now here on Shrine. Shrine is actually an okay map here for Reaper, barring the Fire Pick, which Evil Tooth already is on. So maybe Xavius will have to get some value here onto the tax to make the Reaper Pick actually work.
We do see the bubble getting used really early again, so Winston's gonna go in and realize that, wait, I don't want to be in there. So I think bubble maybe can be used a little better. Anyway, Mr. Wrong now on the Mercy, so we're gonna see a bit of a switch here. Mr. Wrong on the Mercy and Asura on the tank.
Can't go wrong with the Mercy pick right now. Healing is more or less guaranteed, but Stay Back now is on the back foot. We do see so many kills going the way of Aether. Rocket Barrage ready for Evil Tooth though, so that's a big plus there for the side of Red Team. So Evil Tooth trying to get that way, and really good push in there by Aether getting those kills.
Yeah, he gets taken down because she didn't get the healing that she needed. So we do see Shaft over here flanking from the side. Maybe he's hoping to go for quick dive. I'm not very sure. No, they can't dive. They're playing a Reinhardt and a Zai. What am I talking about?
Oh, Shaft here.
Lessons coming up though.
Shaft here is on the side. We'll want to get some pokes with the shurikens. We'll want to find someone on the backline when they see the dive come in. Looks like he's gonna go for offensive C already, and there's a rocket rush from Evil Tooth. Gets to Samber a little too late from Garden Shaft though with the slice onto the fire. Here comes the rest. Oh, Graviton Surge onto Mr. Wrong. Mr. Wrong once again in the wrong place at the wrong time. The really good Graviton Surge there from Cesario before he dies. Gets 6, and that's a team wipe in the way of Aether.
They actually had a bit of a shot there. Like Aether was running a Reinhardt and a Zaya, right? So there was no one that could stop the Pharah. We see Cicero now changing to the D.Va, but there's no one that could easily stop the Pharah. They had a Reaper and a Genji. Genji could shoot the Pharah a little, but it wasn't easy, and you could see that by how much impact the Pharah Rocket Barrage had.
Yeah, Cesario switching to the D.Va is to counter that out. Even to switch to the Silver 76 though, but the D.Va pick still makes sense. Even though the Zarya Graviton Surge was so huge, that was more of a mechanical skill play over a tactical play. Aether was on the back foot, and Cesario quick thinking with the Graviton Surge on to 6. Now 3 ultimates here are ready for State Bank. Maybe we'll see a support initiation. Oh, there's a dive now, and the Self Shock is coming on to the point. Gets Gardon a little too far with those wall rides. Here comes the dive in. Sambar and Valkyrie used at the same time. Kind of questionable there, but it's for the Earth Shatter and the Death Blossom, so it works out in the favor of State Bank. Jesse now with the slice on to Zero. There are 2 Jackal Blades cut off. Gets his cancelled. Good punch there from Asura. Really good play there so far from State Bank, and looks like they are going to be able to capture this.
Things will go really. Wait! The guys, back on the point! Capture the point! That's not how you play.
Half a C9 right there.
Yeah, wow, okay, that would have been a textbook C9. So anyway, it would have been weird if State Bank didn't win that, because they had so many powerful ultimates, and they also had the defensive ultimate in offensive CVs where he had his sound barrier up and ready. I love how Jesse and Shaft use Blade at the same time. It just showed how much they thought that was the moment for them to play.
Yeah, it was always good to see a symphony of angry Japanese men, but no, there's a Self Shock now from Cesario. Gets offensive C, but we already see State Bank getting the advantage. 4v3 right now. Now Sarah with the Coalescence pointing it, and Mr. Wrong going for the rest. That was the wrong call right there. Gets taken down by the Coalescence. Biotic Orb is there as well, keeping everyone topped up. Self Shock now coming in from I Need Healing. Boom goes the barrier of all things, and Sarah with the kill onto the Baby D.Va. Looks like this is going the way of Aether so far. Good shot there on offensive. Evil Tooth with the Tap Visor. Sound Barrier is used to cancel it out and counter it. State Bank will be losing the point here with interest. Aether holding, just needs one more push in on State Bank, and Aether takes him up.
This is one of the problems, right? This is one of the problems. If you let a team take 99-0, you don't really have much of an option. You have to win every single map from then onwards. So you need to take. It's best to take a KOTH map as early as possible, buying yourself some time to go for one drive push maybe before you actually go for your full push. But at 990, you don't have that option. You just have to take the loss no matter what happens. Yeah, and okay, we see a POTG here, but that Graviton was definitely key. That Graviton happened after the Pharah got that beautiful triple kill. We see EvilTooth here with the only red card in the team, but he really played well, almost clinching an early fight if not for that Graviton.
Yeah, the Graviton surge from Cesari was even more clutch than the Rocket Barrage play, so it goes in the way of Aether. So we are going to be going to a game 2 in our favorite
right?
map, King's
Oh
Row.
gosh, yeah, both teams always like to play King's Row because it's such a safe map. I know of the King's Row, you know of King's Row. I don't care what your weaknesses are as long as you play to my strengths. So both teams are not trying to counterplay each other. Both teams I think most of the teams right now are thinking more of their own comfort, which is of course a viable strategy because you might not know much about your opponent team, right? So what if you pick like Lunar Horizon, you don't know it well and you don't know where is the weakness and suddenly it turns out to be their strength. So I think most people are going for the more comfortable map here for themselves, and you see both teams thinking along the same line.
Well, if you're good at King's Row, everyone's good at King's Row, so might as well go for the King's Row, honestly, because we're pretty good at it. And we're just having a substitute here for State Bank till we get into King's Row.
It's gonna be bro 27. Why 3 bros though? Isn't one bro enough? Why not bro 27?
He's that hype. He's super bro.
He needs 5 other bros then, because that's who he'll be playing with. Asura, Evil to Jesse, right?
Everybody needs more bros in their life, guys. Come on.
Some serious bromance going on here by State Bank Overwatch.
That's okay, at least they're banking on their emotions, maybe going for those wins here. Maybe in King's Row, and if we do see a win here for State Bank, we are going to go to Numbani next. We'll see if Aether can clutch this out and close this out in this series though.
I think we could State Bank could take a page from yesterday, Team North against Team NGV. Was it NGV? I believe it was NGV. So there was definitely an SR difference. I want to talk about SR once again, right? So mechanically, NGV was a bit of a stronger team, but Team North did well because the Reinhardt, right, Joker was so aggressive in taking space that they made NGV think twice about their options. So in this case, where State Bank is fighting Aether has been screaming for a bit. I think State Bank could take a page out of Joker's book and play more aggressively, like we spoke about just now. Reinhardt should be speed boosting straight to the point and taking the fight immediately instead of just standing and stare. Because if you stand and stare as a Reinhardt, you are not getting much done. So use your speed boost, wisely. Yep.
John, Joker's on the comms. Don't bloat his ego.
I didn't see you here, Joker.
Yeah, he's on the comms. Don't bloat his ego. He's one of the mods for the tournament.
So it's gonna be bro with the main tank though. So we're gonna see whether bro he lets he's gonna be aggressive main tank here.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna go for the death ball. So maybe the bro sub will actually have the tank identity in key here for State Bank. In the first map of Nepal, it looked like the tanks were struggling to have some synergy, trying to figure out what they want to run. In the meantime, though, they have the more meta death ball right here. We also see a Widowmaker probably from EvilTooth. Moira Mercy, good healing as well. So it's going to be a slow and steady push here for the attack. On the defense.
Moira, Anna? Well, what do you think of that? I mean, or Moira Mercy, whichever they're running. They're not going to be running a Lucio, I'm assuming. So what is that option?
Classic Moira Mercy. If you're running the Pharah or the Widowmaker, honestly, you want to use the Mercy to damage boost the Widow. The Moira is there to keep everyone topped up, because if you use the Lucio now, you are gonna pretty much die if you're trading kills. I need healing will provide so much healing. It's gonna be a real
lack of defensive out. What do you think?
They're on the offense, so it's okay. They just want to keep trying to snowball. They just want to catch out Shaft. It's more on the defense when you want a defensible from a Lucio or a Zed. And see, looks like they're gonna run the fire instead. They are gonna run the pharmacy, and the Mercy Moira makes complete sense now.
I see. So anyway, we're gonna be starting the fight with bro pushing out the gate as a Reinhardt. They're not gonna have a Lucio this time, but this time the point is a lot closer to where they are starting from. So maybe they can touch the point even without their Lucio out.
Yeah,
because Lucio speed boost.
Very fair point. The distance is also a really big factor of that pick. So we'll see Shaft right now going for the Mercy. And oh, a charge already from Bro. Barrier is there as well. Charges are being traded. Both do miss. Jesse diving in onto the Widowmaker. Good shuriken onto the face of the Sniper. But Gardon gets the kill onto Jesse as well. Cesario now fire striking Moira to death. And this is a battle on the point here for Aether and State Bank's Aether with the advantage.
I mean, there's one way that Alvaro can counter the Widow, and that's the easy, obvious way is just to kill the Widow, right? Fly the Widow first, land your direct hits, and you don't need to care about the Widow. So that's exactly what happened when Evil 2 took out Widow. So Cicero pushing out, trying to reset now. They're gonna move back to point and stabilize. They have one Mercy missing, so they have a window. Aether Esports has a window of opportunity. If they push right now, they can catch the team without the Mercy.
Yeah. Oh, Cesario from the Earth Shatter from behind. Wrestling moves right there. Bro gets charged up. Garden with the Coalescence as well. And Aether brings his from behind. Takes the win in that clash. Really amazing stuff there from Cesario.
Yeah, that's how a Reinhardt carries. We just snake up and he just goes for the shatter. One single shatter. You don't need anything to combo with your shatter. Just go smack the people lying on the ground, and that's exactly how Aether did it.
So you do see Xavier's right now has switched to the McCrease, doesn't want to get dove on by Jesse once again while he was on the Widowmaker. It's also still good against the Pharah, but it might not be enough damage when the Rocket Barrage is bubbled up.
Looks like they're trying to go through Hotel, but I mean, I think they changed their mind and they're going to go straight to point instead. So Brom's going to go up behind them and grab.
Really good self-destruct there from Viz, catching out the Mercy. Almost the Fire as well. The Fire took so much damage. Jesse now with the Dragon Blade on the backline, chasing after Sarah next, but Sarah just flying around with the Valkyrie. Here comes the push in from Aether's defense, and the charge back going for Jesse. Jesse with the reflect, and he actually gets Shaft. So stay back now with the
50 seconds left. They only have 1 minute 50 seconds. What the? Bro went straight to the point. You don't need a Lucio if you're gonna use a charge to close the distance.
Yeah, so Bro going to the point with Evil Tooth as well with the Rocket Barrage. But Earth Shatter coming out from State Bank. This is what they need to do to capture this point. We do see Garden and Sarah, the only ones left. The supports have to run away, but I need healing, and Jesse are chasing. Here comes the soundtrack for the chase music right now. Jesse going in and doesn't get anyone so far.
So I think bro really surprised Aether Esports there, because when he went in, there was a moment where Aether was like, wait what? Reinhardt is charging? He's not even charging at anyone. Maybe bro was aiming at someone, but I think he missed the Reinhardt like a mound. So he hit the wall, but he also closed the distance between him and the enemy team. And the enemy team kind of like retreated a little bit too fast. I thought they shouldn't have considered that kind of space and forced the enemy out of the point. And we're gonna see a blade here. Nano blade by Shaft. He's chopping the Reinhardt, but bro doesn't
Jesse,
really care.
oh, he also had blade, but he gets sleep darted instead. So this is Aether's to win. Really good play there so far from Garden. Sleep darting connecting onto the red Genji. Shaft with the Nano blade getting one coalescence. So from I need healing, Xavier's gets revived up, but this is Aether's advantage still. Here comes a charge from Cesar, doesn't connect, and we might see a soft reset here for both teams.
Man, but a soft reset also means they're going to be able to push past the arc, and they're going to take the next side, possibly at Bookstore, or maybe even not. They're going to move back to point. So actually it looks good for, an epic here by Zephyrs. What the heck? That's a self-destruct land on right onto between the Shale and the Baylor. What was that?
Evil 2 just took it. He saw the self-destruct. He was like, I'm gonna go barrage. I'm gonna die. There's a rest anyway, and this round plays the right way in that engagement with the rest onto Evil 2.
Oh man, they're gonna touch the point. Are they even going to be able to contest? I don't think so. The both tanks are so far away. If anyone touch the point, they're gonna... I mean, Aether is just gonna... Sorry, State Bank is just gonna massacre anyone who touched the point. And I think they're gonna be getting the point here.
Overwatch
point 72. Good contest there. Good charge in from Cesar. Xavier is now with the Nano boost. Deadeye connecting onto Mr. Wrong. The Mercy easily falls to the eye of the McCree. And Xavier gets a headshot off to Jesse. He's on fire. Getting those shots with his Peacemaker. Asura now really high energy, but really low life.
I mean, if the dictionary had like the definition, we turned the table on you, that was exactly it. 0.7 meters away from the point, and a double high noon kill with the right hand touching the point. The last second, it doesn't get any better than that. I bet Aether, look at Cicero dancing on the payload. He's so happy.
So honestly, this game actually has been the tale of Reinhardt charges. A while ago, bro, with the charge there to go to the point to actually shield everyone up. That was the point of that, since especially there's no speed boost. In the other hand, Cesar with the charge onto the payload for that point 72. Concess. Really good play so far from both Reinhardts, but Aether with a slight advantage here with their defense.
Keep an eye out for Asura and Jesse as they have their Graviton and their Dragon Blade combo. That will be the linchpin of their next push if they're looking to win this fight.
Yeah, so we'll see how it's gonna grab it. Oh, Earth Shatter connects. Oh, Graviton Switch is actually blocked up. Jesse had so little time to react. He got Earth Shatter. Garden now misses the sleep guard this time, but Xavier is there to flashbang. Jesse though cuts him down. So State Bank now is going for the withdrawal here of their payload. They're going to for the push. Self shock is there though from Viz. Will get any kills? No, we do see a remake though. It's really free there for Viz. Shaft now with his own Dragon Blade cutting Mr. Rome down to size. We do see the Reinhardt trying to contest with the Rocket Hammer, and Shaft actually gets only 2 there. Push, no, 2 charges coming in. Where are you guys going? So Shaft will be the only one there on the point right now alongside the Baby Diva. Bro, with the tactical retreat, with that charge is going back, gets Biotic grenaded though, and finally taken down. Cesario here on the point, swinging his hammer round and round. Once again, Shaft is there as well. Xavier is ready with the Deadeye, so we do see State Bank on the retreat.
I mean, now we know why bro only has 3 bros, because he left the other 3 bros on the point when he charged away from them. So that was some crazy play. I mean, I don't know why that charge was critical, because they almost won that fight, and if he was on the payload swinging his hammer, that might actually be a State Bank Overwatch game.
Yeah, I think it was. Oh, but charges actually hit each other. Xavier's now with a Deadeye getting those hits. Shaft is the one nano boosted, and yes, Aether will hold here by the second checkpoint.
I just want to talk about
play
though. Yeah, that's
I just want to talk about it.
Sorry, yeah, you.
I just want to talk about the, because I was mid sentence and that action happened. I wanted to talk about bro. So if you're a Reinhardt like that and you're going for that charge, that means only 1 or 2 things. You are going for the charge to pin someone to the backline and maybe allow your backline to focus on that. Or it was a miscommunication. Someone was saying back, someone saying go, and bro decided to go back instead of go.
Yeah, it's a weird place to charge though.
Yeah, like if you're gonna back off, like you're gonna charge like that, it looks like you're backing off as well. So maybe you want to protect your backline as well. So I think that was a miscom from State Bank. Someone was telling that someone saying for a retreat, someone was saying for an advance, and bro decided to go for the retreat when the others were going for the advance.
I mean, points to Cicero though, because I mean they had Asura and Jesse that had that Graviton Blade combo, but Cicero actually shattered Jesse, and he shattered what he did was just he shattered the follow up, right? So they were trapped in the Graviton, but they could not follow up after the Graviton. In fact, all the kills that happened after wasn't because of the Graviton per se, but because of everyone in a bad position, and they just continued to do damage. But the combo wasn't there because of that shatter. So I could say that Cicero shatter really created that huge brawl messy fight, actually giving them a chance, because if that shatter didn't land, they would have been chopped into half by that Dragon Blade and that Graviton.
Yeah, very well put there, John. And now we do see Aether will be on the attack. What are they going to be running? Will we see a Widowmaker fight? No, State Bank doesn't actually have a Widow. They have the McCree and the Junkrat. So pretty classic stuff. Moira's Den as well to do more damage for State Bank.
The first Den we see in King's Row, because both of them weren't playing Den just now.
Guys, I need healing, needs healing so much, he went healer himself.
It's true.
Yes, I think, you're playing tank a while ago, and the Moira can easily heal it
Mr. Wrong is back on Reinhardt. I mean, why are they taking the turns? Are they like rolling a dice? I play Reinhardt this time, you play Reinhardt that time, he plays Reinhardt the third time. It's kind of weird, because normally the main tank sticks on the main tank. Maybe they have a lot of, they just want to give it a go, So anyway, YZ is going to be pushing the point. Nope, just standing still. I think he's waiting for them to take out the Junkrat. Yeah, they push out Junkrat from Hotel. They might be taking the push this time.
But Business Barrier actually gets shattered quite quickly there, so Aether has to stay behind the statue. And Jesse's there getting those free hits. Cesaro does fall already. Of course, there's the rest now. And the barrier is put up to protect Sarah. Biotic Grenade connects straight onto Jesse. Jesse has to retreat. This is the opening Aether wants. We do see the Junkrat contesting the Widowmaker, but will actually get anything done. Biz gets stunned up. He has to play on the point right now. Fire Strike is there, and Astro with the kill onto Shaft. Xavier is getting those shots now. Bro is first of all. Astro gets headshotted as well. And there is now a Deadeye. Doesn't get anyone, but an instant reload. They're ready for Evil Tooth. We do see another charge, and Jesse with his Riptide going for the Ana. So far, so good for the defense. Oh, that Earth Shattered though. On point from Biz. I think healing does fall. Jesse is there to get some shots. Now it's a 1v1 between the Widow and the McCree. Who will actually win this? Oh. quicker on the trigger finger. The McCree better for dueling in that
So there's definitely a
situation.
bit of a mistake there by VYZ. When VYZ charged Mr. Wrong, he did the first charge, but there was a bit of a miscom there, and Cicero put the shield on him only after he got stunned. So I don't know whether the cooldown was down, but when I was checking the shield's cooldown, and I actually think he had it, there was just a bit of a slow reaction there on his part, because VYZ could have definitely pinned Mr. Wrong against the wall without taking any damage if they used the shield wisely. Anyway, another charge go down by VYZ. He's gonna get a Zaya this time! Yeah, anyway,
good now the boost there. Onto the charge, doing some damage. Earth Shatter doesn't connect though. And Mr. Wrong now wins. Hit this. Gravity Surge coming out from Cesario, getting the supports. Really good play so far here for Aether. One tick has been captured. Mr. Wrong and Jesse are the only ones left. Biotic Grenade is on them, so no healing whatsoever. And that should be Aether's to win. We'll see Bro coming back, and he'll probably back off now.
Aging Mr. Wrong a little bit on the right. He gets the charge first, gets the pin most of the time first, and if you're on attack and you get a pin, that's pretty much very dangerous for the enemy team. And of course VYZ not just pinning Mr. Wrong, but also going for bro and Zaya. That was a massive pin, and after the pin comes the nano boost, where it creates a massive amount of space to clinch the fight for State Bank Overwatch. I'm sorry, Aether Esports.
Aether was the one who's on the attack, and now Xavier is clinching the fight right here with the pick onto Aster. Aster will take too long to get back, even the Transcendence. So Aether really wants to go within the next 10 or 20 seconds, seeing the positioning. Maybe Shaft going for the post bomb, but Shaft is actually in the backline of Aether, so kind of questionable there. Tracer probably looking around trying to see if anyone's trying to be sneaky.
A Tracer for Kingsrow. Tracer is always very, very hard to play on Kingsrow, especially when you play with a Reinhardt, because you want to play, but no one's
oh my gosh, dude! Really good play there from Shaft, putting all our analytics to rest. It is now with the charge onto ID Healing, and Aether gets this push.
He heard me. He obviously heard me saying that Tracer wasn't that great on Kingsrow. He wanted to prove me wrong. So
Dude,
anyway,
Kingsrow is Tracer's map, you know, like lore-wise. She's British.
That's true.
British
I
map.
didn't think of that. Yeah.
Lore always wins now, bro. Well, Aster out of desperation, and there we do see an Earth Shatter now from Fist.
Wait, what?
Back. Oh, there's a Jedi now from Evil 2. Doesn't get everyone, but Xavier's with the kill with the Venom Mine of all things with the Maker now.
And the question should be, why did VYZ miss that charge? I don't think he got booped or anything. There's no Lucio in the enemy team. How can you miss a charge on the Reinhardt? I mean,
I think it was just hitbox problems. Thanks Jeff for your hitbox. Thanks Blizzard once again. Small indie company, guys. Nano Boost is available though here for Gardon and Biotic Grenade.
Kobe, they're gonna be going for the push here because they saw that pick coming out from Asura.
Boom! Goes the dynamite combo there from Cesario and Shaft. The Graviton Surge and the Pulse Bomb will secure Aether the win here on
British go in British hometown. Aether is gonna take the map 2-0, but that was insane because they obviously wanted to pull back. They don't have their main tank, so they were like, we can't get this, we have to reset. And then, you know, that grenade, you could just see the slow-mo grenade just going through the air and hitting the Zen and taking the Zen, and they were like, wait a minute, I think we got this. Go ahead, grab, and wins the fight.
There's a classic combo there. Graviton into Pulse Bomb onto 3. Good tracking as well from Shaft, secures them the win.
Well, I mean, it was not as tight as I mean, it could have been if there was less wrong and more right. But I thought it was still a pretty exciting game with both teams just slugging it out. Both Reinhardt especially just going for those charges. You don't see many charges in like in matches because it's dangerous to charge and miss the charge. But we did see a lot of charges this time.
Yeah, so the charges were very key there, especially for Aether, honestly, on that defense. The second checkpoint, it would have been longer game there on Kingsrow if they didn't get that charge. So yeah, Aether will take the series 2-0, I believe, and we are gonna wait on for our next series.
That was a lot of fun to watch. I'm sorry, I don't think you guys could hear me there. I said on stream just now, that was a lot of fun to watch. The way